This is a guy who clearly had an issue with John Lewin. I mean, I gotta give it to him. Really, to speak to a prosecutor when you're at risk of being subpoenaed and you're a friend of Robert Durst, what did you make of that?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this. Mr. Lewin did kind of come off aggressive, especially when you want some information from Mr. Douglas. So ultimately, he did kind of come off the phone a little, annoyed, feeling like he's owed something, like an apology and some information. Douglas really doesn't have to speak. Okay, he really doesn't have to say anything. He can let the subpoena come down, answer the questions then and there. He doesn't have to provide any, other information. And so ultimately, quite an interesting conundrum between or dilemma here between these two. And it's important for the jury and the court to see because it lays the foundation as to why he's a hostile witness, if that's what we're terming him. Does that make sense?
It does. It's just that, for me, if I'm sitting on the jury, I'm like, oh, this guy, he's going to say anything to protect his friend Robert Durst, and that's what I'm going to think about.
Absolutely. I mean, it does show his natural bias, hence why he's a hostile witness, right? Basically, it seems like he's willing to defend his friend. I'm not sure why he's picking up the phone at all. I probably would not be speaking to prosecutors if I was him. But ultimately, he's willing to come to his vengeance and he's willing to come to his defense. And ultimately, will he lie for him on the stand if push came to shove? Maybe. Ultimately, that's probably why you'd want to treat him as a hostile witness.
And why is he important? So first of all, Oliver was a potential witness to when Durst attacked a man, broke his nose, or his orbital bone, excuse me. He also had spoken to his friend Robert Durst after Kathy went missing. So he's an important witness, and this gives you a sampling of what he had to say on the stand.